Hello treasure, I have a story for you. Now this one is Winnie and Wilbur and it's called Winnie the Witch. So, Winnie the Witch lived inside a black house in the forest. The black house was black on the outside, it was black on the inside, the carpets were black, the chairs were black, the bed was black, and it had black sheets and black blankets. Even the bath was black. Winnie lived in her black house with her cat Wilbur. He was black too. And this is how the trouble began. One day they were sitting there. Winnie was looking through her book of spells, seeing if there was anything new that she could do. Here's my book of charms or spells. In it I have all my special things. So Winnie was looking through her book too. When Wilbur sat on a chair with his eyes open, Winnie could see him. Well, she could see his eyes anyway. When Wilbur closed his eyes and went to sleep, Winnie couldn't see him at all. So she sat on him. When Wilbur sat on the carpet with his eyes open, Winnie could see him. She could see his eyes anyway. But when Wilbur closed his eyes and went to sleep, Winnie couldn't see him at all. So she tripped over him again. Oh, one day after a nasty fall, Winnie decided something had to be done. So she picked up her magic wand. Here's mine. And she waved it and said, "Abracadabra." Wilbur was a black cat no longer. He was bright green. Ooh! Now, when Wilbur slept on a chair, Winnie could see him. When Wilbur slept on the floor, Winnie could see him. And when she could see him, when he slept on the bed, only Wilbur was not allowed to sleep on the bed because he was a cat. So Winnie took him outside and put him in the garden, in the grass. Winnie came hurrying outside. Oh, she tripped over Wilbur, turned 3 somersaults and fell into a rose bush. When Wilbur sat outside in the grass, Winnie couldn't see him, even when his eyes were wide open. Why do you think that was? The black cat in the black house was kind of invisible. A green cat in the green grass, he was kind of invisible too. Winnie didn't like landing in the rose bush because it was all prickly and thorns. This time, Winnie was furious. She picked up her magic wand and she waved it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abracadabra. And Wilbur had a red head, a yellow body, a pink tail, blue whiskers and 4 purple legs, but his eyes were still green. Now, Winnie could see Wilbur when he sat on a chair, when he lay on the carpet, when he was outside on the green grass, and even when he climbed to the top of the tallest tree to try and get away from Winnie, because he wasn't very happy. When Wilbur was in the top of the tallest tree trying to hide. But he did look rather ridiculous, and he knew it. Even the birds flying by were laughing at him. Wilbur was so miserable. He stayed at the top of the tree all day and all night. Next morning, Wilbur was still up the tree. Winnie was a bit worried. She loved her cat Wilbur, and she hated for him to be so miserable. Oh, what will I do? says Winnie. How can I make this right? Then Winnie had an idea. She got her magic wand and she waved it and shouted, "Abracadabra!" Wilbur was a black cat once again. Oh, he came scampering down the tree, purring so happily. Purr, purr, oh, he was so happy. Then Winnie took her wand again and waved it again and again and again. Abracadabra! Yes! Oh, now instead of a black house, she had a yellow house with a red roof and a red door. The chairs were white with red and white cushions. The carpet was green with pink roses. The bed was blue with pink and white sheets and lovely pink blankets. The bath was gleaming white. And now Winnie can see Wilbur no matter where he sits. I'm pleased Winnie solved that little problem, don't you? Let me show you a couple of things I have. Somebody gave me some beautiful red roses, and when they were beginning to die, I thought I will keep those roses and let them dry. So this is a red rose. It's still in bud. I had it in a vase in water when it was fresh, but now it's dried. So in my jar, I have about 6 dried red rosebuds. So I keep those ready for spells because you never know what you need. And this is my yellow bag. It has that's knitted. Can you knit? It has a special fastener, look. There's a button and a loop. And inside my bag, I keep important things. But I know of children that have a bag similar to this, and they can keep their toys in it, their books, their stickers, their cards, whatever you like to play with, you can keep it in a little knitted bag too. Look, this has got a handle, so it's really useful for carrying anything in. So a yellow bag, blue hat, and I'm wearing red on my blouse today. So I will see you another day, treasure. Take care, and I'll see you soon.